continues to rise, the amount of foster families have practically remained the same. When KUAM last checked in with CPS, the number of children was nearly 400. It's now 406. With only 40 licensed foster homes and a maximum of 6 children allowed per household, CPS is doing another call-out in the hopes of encouraging families to register as foster homes. Social Service Supervisor 1, May Faye Muiko.
You just have to have a loving home, and we're here to support our foster parents.
According to Moiko, 202 children are currently in relative placement, while others are placed in group homes, such as Sanctuary and Alley Shelter. Over the last couple of years, they've seen an influx of siblings. The agency has taken in anywhere from 6 to 8 siblings at a time. But Moiko says that another pressing matter is finding homes willing to take in children with disabilities. There are currently 5 to 10 foster children with medical conditions.
The reason why children are placed in foster care is because we remove them because there's harm in their home due to abuse and neglect, and they're in danger.
Those applying to be foster parents are subject to a home assessment as well as a financial background check.
We want to ensure that any individuals who apply to become foster parents, that it's not there for they're not in there for financial gain. They're they're there to give a loving home to our children who really need that.
Those interested in social work or becoming a foster parent can contact 475-2653. He allegedly beat a pregnant woman while she held onto a baby. According to court documents, on April 6, police responded to a disturbance in Manilao. A neighbor told officers they saw Genofa Isikar outside the apartment beating the woman on the floor while she held onto the child. The victim told police Isikar began punching her after she didn't give him money for beer. She said she ran out of the apartment with the child, but Isikar grabbed her by her hair, threw her down, and continued punching her. He also allegedly turned the victim over and kicked her on her face and legs. Police noted Isikar appeared drunk when he was found. Court documents state he admitted to throwing a bottle at the victim, pulling her hair, and slapping her once. He also allegedly told police he should not be drinking because he's on probation, but stated, quote, "Sir, I just love beer." Former NEX employee Jesse Cruz Camacho pleads guilty to 16 counts of theft and of government property from June 2016 to October 2019. Cruz, while employed at the Navy Exchange store on Naval Base Guam, used his employee access to allegedly steal electronic devices that he sold for a value of over $260,000. No written plea agreement was filed. His sentencing was set for July 5th. The court allowed he remain released on conditions. More from District Court. Amber Lynn Jessica Arce admits and apologizes for failing to appear for drug testing. She is accused of using a fraudulent Government of Guam report of a fetal death certificate that stated a stillborn death of her child in order to receive Family Service Members Group life insurance claim back in May of 2018. As stated in court last week, she left island for a short period of time, and since her return, she has missed every single drug test. Her case is currently set for trial in May, in which the court is allowing her the opportunity to prove she can comply with conditions. A return was set for April 17th to monitor her compliance. There will be weed in Tumon. This, the official word from Cannabis Control Board Chair Vanessa Williams. Williams telling The Link if policymakers wanted to keep cannabis out of our tourism district, they should have included it in the law.
If they had wanted to say, no, we're not going to allow this to be in this area, like they said, we don't want it near schools, we don't want it near playgrounds. They explicitly said that. They didn't say anything about Tumon. They didn't say anything about any other village. And so that seems kind of an overreach at a board level for us to just start Xing out villages.
But Williams said that doesn't mean the cannabis rules can't be changed down the road.
For a year or two, I anticipate there's going to be changes that we see need to be made. And of course, the public can always comment on how something is working. You know, that's how it works with everything. And if we need to change the rules, what we would do is propose another amendment, and we'd have to have another public hearing.
The rules and regs are currently being reviewed by the governor. From there, they'll head to the legislature for final approval. They're a rare sighting, but when seen, they're truly a sight to behold. Here's more on Guam's majestic manta rays.
The island's surrounding waters are host to a rich collection of different aquatic wildlife, but witnessing the majestic nature of the manta ray is truly an experience of a lifetime. Micronesian Conservation Coalition's Julie Hardup, affectionately known as Manta Mom, has been studying the mantas for about 10 years.
When I started, it was like, no, all we knew is like, we sometimes see them at Gum Beach, and that was it. These are big animals, and I thought, well, I know that they eat the smallest things in the ocean, so they're planktivores. And so I know that they always have to eat, and they have to eat like 12% of their body weight. So I really concentrated on how I'm going to find it is really based on where their food is. And so that's kind of how I took my angle to actually learning and studying about our Guam mantas.
Hardup says compared to other tropical areas, Guam's manta ray population exists, but just barely, with just 58 identified manta rays. But even with a small population, they're making big contributions.
All this really with manta rays and studying them is really groundbreaking because we really haven't had many studies before. So like genetics, all those kind of things, how they relate to one another. So for us, it's like brand new information that we're gathering and learning more about. And really our Guam mantas are adding a lot to that in a big way.
With the increase in outdoor socially distant activities after the recent lockdowns, Hardup says the community has been coming out in droves, but the increased traffic has become a cause for concern.
Now it's just out there, and it's being shared on chats, and so now we're getting huge amount of numbers, we're getting wave runners, we're getting boats, and it's gone from maybe a nuisance to now this is really impeding on the environmentally on the fish and the manta rays, but also a safety. This is a huge safety concern.
Hardup encourages the community to be mindful of the effects that large groups of people can have on marine life habitats, and reminds the community to practice water safety should they make their way out to see these majestic creatures. For Guam's News Network, I'm Peter Santos.
Stay tuned next on Weekend Edition, this week's Culture Club inductee, and still to come, Dave Delgado with sports. Keep it here.
Get up-to-the-minute news, plus access to alerts, streaming radio, promotions, and more on your mobile device by downloading the KUAM News mobile app, available at the App Store now.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
Social distancing may be the new norm, but connection will always be our tradition. Through good times and tough times, we remain connected with you. Masks may be the new fashion, but protection will always be our style. You can always count on us to protect the things that matter the most. Sanitizing may be the new routine, but caring will always be our practice. We care about your loved ones and the things you value the most. And as we welcome our new normal, one thing remains certain: we will always be here for you. We're open and ready to serve you. Calvo's Insurance, a legacy of trust.
Welcome back. Culture Club is a segment highlighting local ambassadors of tomorrow culture who are preserving the culture through their craft or teachings. This week's inductee is Rokin John Kichichu Sayanko.
Buenas and Hafide, Grahusi Rokin John Kichichu Sayanko, coming to you from the village of Jigu. So I am a weaver, designer. I am currently exploring Akgat, and so yeah, here are some of my creations right here. I remember my very first thing I ever wove was a little grasshopper when I was in the 3rd grade at 8 years old, and ever since then it's just kind of been on and off. I spent a number of years out in Washington State, but every time we came back home I was always sure to kind of refresh my memory and gain some new skills. So I actually never had a one-on-one mentorship apprenticeship. I actually was initiated by my Chamorro teacher. She was able to start me off with the little small things like the little grasshoppers and everything, but as soon as I wanted to go into baskets and hats, I actually had no living relatives that I was aware of that could teach me that form. And so it was actually a lot of trial and error on my part. I would always just run into the backyard, into the boonies, pick out a branch and just keep on trying until I got something that resembled whatever I wanted. I remember actually my uncle, he brought home a bird that I believe one of his coworkers' aunties had made. And so when he brought it home, I was up all night just trying to mimic it, and the very next day I was actually able to present him a freshly woven one side by side. I do spend a lot of time as well carving and creating jewelry. It's really a combination of finding a lot of things and then repurposing them, but also creating things from scratch as well. So I'm actually part of a collective called Gumagelet, and so it's a collection of different Chamorro artists, both local and diaspora here. And a few years back, we had an opportunity to showcase some fashions over at London during Fashion Week. And one of our guiding mantras was part land, part sea, all ancestry. And so it's not always inherently copying the traditional forms. Oftentimes it's maybe using traditional materials with new techniques or traditional techniques with new materials. And so this one over here, I was inspired by the Nifin pattern. And so I just wanted to go really extra big, and so it expands about 8 inches out. And then I have here these two tuhung that were inspired by different ocean shells. And so this one is inspired by the cone shell, and this one is inspired by spondylus. So when I had spent some time in Washington State, I was actually very much involved in the Seattle arts community. And so we had a number of showcases and workshops there. And it's also something that I hope to really start here as well, alongside many others. Because I know that there's quite a few other artists that really want to see that for the island. And so we're actually working together. We have the Guam Fashion Collective that will be showcasing about 10 or so different designers, and we'll be showcasing some fashions in June, July, so stay tuned for that. So I actually sell primarily, the way to reach me is through my Instagram at rockinrokin. Otherwise, a lot of the things here are really special or for exhibits, but I also do made to order. So I really don't want to, turn out a handful of things and then kind of just wait around to see if they're gonna sell or not. And it's also that I really enjoy making these objects, but if it's gonna be for someone else, I'd love to have them in mind and with the intention. So just shoot me a direct message or shoot me an email, and I'd be more than happy to work with you from there. My name is Rokin John Kichichu Sayanko, and I am a proud member of the KUAM Culture Club.
Through the month of April, KUAM News and the KUAM Care Force features Sustainability Matters, building awareness for environmental issues, highlighting activists, and showcasing businesses and individuals making a difference in our community. Watch a special series on Mondays on KUAM News featuring different aspects of thinking green in our community. Awareness messages on every platform giving you tips for leading a more sustainable lifestyle. The Dirty Politics Weekly feature with the link live on location with Chris and Sabrina visiting different villages villages with political leaders and addressing environmental problems in our community. And this year, the Think Green annual cleanup goes virtual. Organize your community cleanup, post and tag with hashtag ThinkGreenGuam, and we'll feature your cleanup on our multimedia platforms and in a special montage on KUAM News Weekend Edition during the last weekend in April. Sustainability matters, part of the KUAM Care Force's commitment to our community. In partnership with the University of Guam Center for Island Sustainability and Guam Green Growth. Presented by Green Energy Solutions, Inc. Reduce before you produce. GESI.
The Academy Cougars are the 2021 ESA Girls Softball League champions. The Cougars upset the previously unbeaten Geckos 12-10 Saturday at the GW Field. The Cougars took the lead in the top of the fourth inning off a Kayla Guerrero sacrifice. Academy Savannah Uggan put the Cougars ahead in the top of the fifth off a base hit. The Cougars went on to add 2 more runs in the sixth and an insurance run in the top of the seventh to lead 12-7. GW managed to score 3 runs off 2 doubles and a single, but fell short, losing 12-10.
What helped us was our coach told us to always give our 100%. And this is our last game together, so just leave it all on the field. And it's like, it really comes down to who has the most heart. And I feel that, my team, they really had my back out there, even though my mistakes. They told me to reset, and I did, and we all just worked towards the next pitch.
Definitely our dugout. They're a huge part of every single game. When they bring up our energy, it helps us play for them. And our coach's advice to us was to leave it all on the field, especially for the seniors, because it is our last time, and we honestly had nothing to lose. So we left it on the field, and we played to our best of our ability.
Without really having a senior year, the underclassmen stepped up and made sure the seniors would be moving on with the title. Isabella Dangan made sure of that, pitching the complete game and earning the win on the mound for the Cougars.
There's no words to describe it, because we've worked 4 years just to obtain this one championship, and it's leaving me speechless, but it's just a great honor to be under the Academy program and to have this season, especially under the circumstances. And honestly, every team played amazing this season. They made it one memorable season despite COVID and everything.
In IIAAG Girls Beach Volleyball, St. John's Tylee Shepard and Ostia Mendiola were crowned queens of the court. Mendiola and Shepard defeated the Academy team of Kristen Serrano and Chloe Guerrero in 2 sets, 21-16, 21-9.
It's honestly just a surreal feeling because, again, with COVID and everything, sports wasn't really in the image at first, and then once it came to life, it was really exciting for us. And coming into the All-Island, we really worked hard in the practices, and even during the games leading up to this, I think we really gave it our all, and we really saved ourselves for this game to go for every ball, serve tough, hit hard, and find the good shots. And so just finishing it with a win is just amazing for both of us.
The Knights finished the season undefeated and made their comeback to sports a memorable one.
Again, it is really just a blessing that we got to play, and for me, it's super bittersweet. I keep telling everybody, I wish I played beach longer, because this is definitely going to be one of the most memorable seasons in high school for me. And yeah, I'm super lucky to have gotten to affiliate with St. John's, and then we win a championship in regular season, and then me and Ty to pull out a championship together. It's just like she said, it's surreal, and it's just a great feeling, and we've known each other for so long.
The ESA Tennis League wrapped up play with championship matches played at JFK. Tees and High's Corey Cruz met up with Islanders player Abraham Kim in the boys singles finals. After a slow start, Kim was able to get it going and pull off the narrow win 8-7.
Not that satisfying. The score didn't really, it wasn't what I expected to be. It was really close. Yeah, so good job on him. But for me, it wasn't, I don't think I played that well as I expected myself to. I was relying on my serve, as you said, and I was relying on my shots. I was trying out multiple things on him. Some worked, some didn't. But at the end, I think it was good to try everything that I have against him.
In the girls' singles title match, Ukadu senior Kieran Abad upset JFK's Ari Ortega. Ortega was undefeated heading into yesterday's championship. Abad, an all-island selection this season, defeated this year's MVP, 8-5 for the title. Girls doubles finals, JFK's duo of Kelly Wu and Hikaru Komine beat out Teason's Cassandra Paul and Richie Fueles by a score of 8-5. The Lady Islanders finished the regular season undefeated at 8-0 and were the number 1 seed heading into the playoffs. In boys doubles, Alexander Schambach and Sho Meyer looked to hold down home court against Teason's Luke Certeza and Walfred Adonai. Meyer and Schambach both made it onto the All-Island list for JFK. Certeza was also on the list for All-Island in his senior year for the Titans.
Probably those long rallies, those long lob rallies. Those are really crucial. I feel like throughout all the hard work we went through these past months, I feel like it was well-deserved, this entire match. It feels very satisfying, just going out with a bang. I'd like to thank my mom, actually my entire family, and my team, and my 2 dogs, Misa and Zen.
Honestly, it feels amazing, and like words can't describe how I feel right now. But if I were to say one thing to really bring it across on like how we got the dub today, was hard work over the last like 3 years. We've been playing tennis since he was a sophomore and since I was a freshman, and I think like that experience pulled together. And yeah, that's what brought home the dub today.
This was the second time this season Adonai and Certeza has paired up. Luke says this championship win was all for teammate Christian Legaspi, who helped guide the team during the regular season.
This entire dub was completely for him. Like, he brought us here, of course, and so for him to have not played the playoffs is, of course, heartbreaking, but this dub's for him for sure.
It makes myself and it makes my team members very proud to work for an organization that has been on island for many years with its focus on reliability, dependability, and commitment to the communities that they operate in.
Matson's a great corporate citizen to the community.
We all benefit from any sort of environmental commitment we make. One of the ways that we do that is with our Adahi Utano program. There's action behind it, and so action breeds commitment.
With the Kaimana Gila coming to Guam, this brings a new age and modernization to the island.
It's exciting for me because it's a brand new ship and we can carry more freight into the islands. It just shows growth for Guam and Micronesia.
Matson would be nothing without its customers, and we hope to continue to serve you for decades to come.
Whether you use your truck for work or play, you can count on Ram trucks. Built to deliver today and built to deliver for many years to come. Here at Cars Plus, it is Ram Truck Month, where you can get the best deal on a new Ram 1500 starting at a new low price of $31,995. You can call us at 477-7807 or visit our website at carsplusguam.com to schedule your test drive today.
And before we close out the news tonight, our latest round of birthday shout-outs from the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club.
Happy weekend birthday shout-outs going out to Anicia Marie Goguishanko. Happy growing. We love watching you grow, and we love you so much and are proud of you, say Mom and Dad. Kaden Kiahi Sablan Minnow. Happy 12th birthday to our big boy, say Mom, Dad, and the family. Happy birthday to Amanda Munya, who celebrates birthday number 27 on Saturday. Love and miss you so much, and please enjoy your special day. And happy birthday and love going out to Levi Isaiah, who celebrates a birthday on April 10th. On Sunday, Candy. You've got a birthday shout out from Cohen, who says, to my beautiful mom, wishing you a very happy birthday. I love you with all my heart, and I'm so blessed to be your son. You are my rock. Your mom, your favorite aunties, your sisters and families also send you lots of love and wishes for many more celebrations. Thank you for being a frontliner. And Natasha and Nana Guerrero are celebrating a birthday on Sunday. Happy birthday to our 2 celebrants. We love you with all our hearts. Love your family.
Remember, you can be part of the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club by registering online at KUAM.com. Please make sure to include with your photo your name and birth date. That's all the time we have from all of us here at Guam's News Network. Thanks for watching and have a safe night.